Welcome, welcome everybody to tonight's episode of Fighting for Better Health. My name is Gracie and I am a Wallach warrior, a certified holistic health coach. I'm actually the head of sales of Youngevity Down Under. I'm an author to the book called The Unwrapped Leader. I have a podcast and a brand called The Unwrapped Leader. And most importantly, I am here to share the Wallach message of 90 for life. I love what I do what I love, and most importantly, it is here to help human beings be well-beings. And we started this journey of fighting for better health, of doing a series of Auckland, Christchurch, Gold Coast, Perth, Melbourne, and Sydney, where we had fantastic speakers at all these locations on fantastic topics for fighting for better health. And it was such an epic events across the country and so many great speakers. We wanted to bring it out to you for you to share to the people that you love and want to help. And so we're going to start off last week. If you hadn't got the recording, now that you're on this call tonight, tomorrow you'll get the recording for tonight for our gut health with Gracie to Sensi, and you'll also receive the back support from Craig White from last week. But I want to tell you what's really inspired this. What's inspired this is that we have had one hell of a ride in the last few years, and a lot of people have experienced isolation, exhaustion, loss of livelihood, even loss of family members. They are stressed out, burnt out, and exhausted. The bottom line is they are in a lot of pain, whether it's physical pain or financial pain. And we together collectively in our circles have created a solution, a system, and support to help people fight for their better health. And so our mission is to help you not only to have a healthier self, but to help you heal thyself. And if we take those 4 magic letters in healthy self, those 4 magic letters being heal, H-E-A-L. And if we talk about how can we help you, how can we help educate you, help you be more accountable, and most importantly, love what you're doing, love yourself, and love the process of being able to be a well-being. So today we've asked the gorgeous Gracie de Sensi to share with us on gut health. And just before we share with her journey and her testimony and her tips and the tools that we have for you, I really wanted to start off on who is it that we are a voice for, who we are on an absolute mission to change people's lives, and that is our very own Dr. Joel Wallach. So what I just wanted to do is just quickly share my screen. I wanted to take 5 minutes to be able to share this with you before we get started and pass this on. So let's just see here as we get ourselves started with today's topic. And let's just see if I can get this working. Forgive me. That is not the page that I wanted. Here it is. I got too many pages open. Here we go. And I'm going to put this into presentation mode. And are we ready? Presenter, full screen. Is this it? Yes. All right. Yes, that's it. Well, first of all, as we're all sharing, our 90 for life is living healthier starts right here. Oh, that was last week's. Here we go. There she is. And we want to talk about your foundation of optimal health. Our Youngevity founder, Dr. Joel Wallach, who has done decades of research on nutritional deficiencies on animals and humans. And what he has found that good health can be found through nutritional supplements using a very specific blend of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, essential fatty acids, for our 90 for life nutrients for life. And Dr. Joel Wallach himself is internationally recognized naturopath doctor, as well as a veterinarian, as well as a pathologist, and his list goes on. He does over 300 lectures per year. He is the author of over 18 books and famous for Dead Doctors Don't Lie. But the one that I love the most is that he's been featured in a documentary called The Audacity of Health. If you're tuning in today or listening in on this recording, we highly recommend, if you hadn't had the opportunity to check out that documentary or check out The Dead Doctors Don't Lie, go to the person who's invited you to this call, and it's definitely a must so you can see the power of what Dr. Wallach has brought to us. Okay, so he has actually connected over 900 different health problems that are directly to deficiencies of the 90 essential nutrients. In other words, our bodies are desperate for nutrients. The problem is, though, we're not getting enough nutrition through our food alone. And he says, give your body what it needs and it'll do amazing things. So the solution to that problem is our 90 essential nutrients. That is our 60 minerals, our 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and a powerful blend of our essential fatty acids. These 90 essential nutrients are carefully selected for your body for it to thrive and feel its absolute best. Okay, there we go. And so this is where the 90 for Life system has been created. So if you've been invited here today, and to all our Wallach warriors, we know this is our go-to product. This is our solid foundation, our tangy tangerine, which is an amazing blend of multivitamins and mineral supplements, energy boosting nutrients, prebiotics, probiotics for digestion to help support a healthy immune system. They are made from organic plant-derived whole foods, and it contains 85 of our 90 minerals and nutrients. And it happens to be in a powder form as well as a tablet form. We also have, to add to this collection, is our omega-3s and 6s, which happen to be our EFA+. They are IFOS certified, which is apparently the guru, the supreme products. What makes it absolutely amazing is that these fantastic fish oils, they're flaxseed oil as well as borage, but they do not, what's the word? Resin. They do not, what's the word? Oh, I can't remember the word.
Rancid.
Rancid, that's the word. They don't get, so not all fish oil tablets are created equal. And so this is of highest standards, and we're super proud of this specific product. And then this happens to be probably my biggest go-to is the calcium magnesium with our D3, our OsteoFX, to support our bone and joint health. So collectively, these products are changing people's lives, and also has not only changed my life, but my family and friends. And if you want to make a difference, this is definitely the core foundation. But it doesn't stop there. Who is Youngevity and how has it come here today? This is not a fly-by-night company. This is a company that has been around for over 25 years. We are a global company, I believe in over 14 different countries that we have head offices in, but we ship to over 45 different countries. Our goal is to focus on living younger, longer. We are a proven, purpose-driven company. We drive this business by purpose, by health, and we have the premium products that actually get results. And tonight you're going to hear about those results. And if you actually go to our website and you just hit the 90 for Life button, not only is there a recording, but it gives such a great explanation of these products and its reasons, but most importantly, our promise. Our promise is that all of our products are absorbable. They're more absorbable than most any other products out there. In other words, not all supplements are equal. And there's a difference between synthetic supplements and plant-derived supplements. And so that means most supplements out there, if they're synthetic, you're only going to absorb maybe 10%. But because ours are plant-derived, we are more likely to absorb 95% of these products more than ever. Again, it's still the hosting body makes a difference on how much you absorb it. And so this is where Dr. Wallach talks about how to be even more absorbable as a well-being. Our products are of high potency, purity, and are science-based. And what makes it so special is that they are designed specifically for you. And so no matter what your specific concerns are, we have a healthy body pack that is right just for you. We have what's called our targeted nutrition. And so what we're going to talk about here tonight is some targeted nutrition around gut health. And why we are excited to share this is because, as Dr. Wallach talks about, everything starts in the gut. Our gut and our brain are connected. And if we look after our gut is going to look after the rest of us. And I think it's kind of powerful because I always talk about your head, your heart, and your gut. And when it comes to making decisions, I've always said, I always listen to my gut. Our head will tell us what most people tell us, as in logic. Our hearts will tell us what to do based on our family and our loved ones because they care about us. But our gut will always do the right thing by us, because it knows you and looks after you. And it says so much about our gut. So, well, let's just talk about this. This absolute woman is amazing. She's a dynamo. She's been in the holistic health industry herself personally. She's incredibly passionate about holistic health. She's a Reiki master. She's a full-time secretary executive. I don't know if I said that correctly, but she runs multiple businesses, and she is driven by her passion for better health. And she is one of our 1-stars, here to share with us her testimony and her tips on gut health. So, Gracie, without further ado, welcome.
Lovely. Thank you. That was a lovely welcome. Thank you so much, Tracy. And thank you everyone for spending your time this evening to listen in and connect tonight. I'll give you a little bit about my story, and then I'll jump into some of the symptoms of gut health, and then we'll look at the 10 top tips, and then we'll go into the protocol. And then I have an amazing guest who will tell you about her testimony with the gut protocol. Amazing. So I'm very thankful that she could join us this evening. I am in my 50s. I have had gut issues since my 20s, and I didn't know it. You just go through life struggling, thinking that's normal, thinking it's normal not to go to the bathroom every day. I had massive constipation issues, a lot of food issues. I got to a point where I couldn't think straight. I was having bleeding in my bowels. I had leaky gut, SIBO, irritable bowel syndrome, and I just crashed. I had to leave one of the best jobs I thought I had at the time. I had my own assistant. I was working for the top boss. There was a lot of perks, a lot of bonuses, a lot of rewards in the corporate industry, but there was something missing. I was becoming very overwhelmed, and I couldn't handle fitting everything in. And I am one of these busy people that loves to do everything, and always helping people and offering my suggestions. I've always been into natural health. I love dealing with things like essential oils. I use natural skincare. I'm an aloe vera ambassador with some skincare made in Queensland. It saved my son's face when he was 2. My youngest son is now 27, so I've been using it for all this time. I love going on health retreats, and I only got onto that about 10 years ago when I knew that there was something wrong and I needed to get myself better. Over the last, 30 years, I've been seeing naturopaths, yes, and I have been I've been going to many doctors, getting many tests, from blood tests, stool tests, saliva tests, food allergy tests, brain scan, because I had a lot of migraines on the right side of my brain, and I didn't know what it was. And the doctor just said, you've got markings of migraines on your brain. I even went to see an endocrinologist because I was having a lot of thyroid problems, hormonal problems, and after many MRIs, ultrasounds, and all the other tests with that, 6 colonoscopies later, 10 naturopaths in the last 13 years, and homeopaths and muscle testing and you name it. I saw them all. I have spent so much money. I could have bought myself, a new house by now. So I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And all the supplements that naturopaths gave me, little did I realize that they were full of synthetics and fillers. And they were helping, they were helping a little bit, but not to the effect that I have today. So I came across Dr. Wallach at the end of 2019, and it took me about 6 to 8 months to truly get off gluten and follow the regime. And then the first things that I noticed that was my gut was actually feeling better. I started getting more energy. I started going to the bathroom regularly, which is what I should have been doing for the last 30 years. But things just started changing. I was actually absorbing. I had anemic issues. I was also on the verge of, I had glandular fever in my system. So I kind of had chronic fatigue as well, because there was a time there that I was bedridden for 6 months and I couldn't do anything. So I ended up resigning from my job. And that's when all the, when I was seeking answers, looking for the cause. And the cause has always been, for me, gut bowel, liver. So it's all connected. It was all gut. That's where it started. It's all that gut stuff, as everyone keeps talking about. And yes, Tracy is correct. The gut is connected to the brain, is connected to the immune. You know, it makes you know, the brain and the immune is all connected. And that gut feel, I wish I listened to my gut, my intuition back then. Because I tell you what, it's telling you something, and we've got to learn to listen to our intuition and gut feel. So I'm learning. I now do that, and the results are amazing. So basically, I started on the program and got results. So three and a half, nearly 4 years later, my health is the best it's been in a very long time. My eyesight is better. My headspace is better. In 2020, before the regime, I was losing chunks of hair. I was diagnosed with thyroiditis, candida, Morganella species, and all the other things that I mentioned before. But thanks to Doc and Ocean's Gold, Healthy Body Start Pack, minerals, collagen, I tried everything and I just got better. I consistently got better. So the longer I'm on these products, the better I become. My eyesight is now 20/20 vision. When I was on the verge of macular degeneration when I was 42, I'm 52 now. And when I went to the optometrist January this year, he said, your eyesight is 20/20. And I could read the smaller writing on the bottom. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So not only do I not have to take thyroxine and all these meds that they wanted to give me, I've healed myself through Doc, through other holistic approaches as well. So on that note, thank you for listening. I just wanted to ask, do you suffer from any of these symptoms? Bad breath, bloating, abdominal pain, cramping, constipation, diarrhea, sometimes alternating between the two, indigestion, reflux, heartburn, vaginal or rectal itching, nausea, food intolerances, candida, fatigue, brain fog, insomnia, mood swings, depression, anxiety, cravings, addictions, joint pain, skin conditions, headaches, migraines, hormonal imbalances, asthma, reoccurring infections, allergies, and obesity. All of that is actually a sign of an unhealthy gut. So your gut's been thrown out of balance after years of not eating right or drinking or not drinking the right things. Exposure to environmental toxins, stress, lack of sleep, overuse of antibiotics and other medicines. And there are many things that can cause gut dysfunction, and sometimes it can take years for you to know or even realize that you've got an issue. Like myself, I've had this for over 30 years, ever since I was in my 20s, and I've been seeing a naturopath since I was 22. So how does that work? So yeah, look, it's taken me 20 years to realize and to come across the great man, Doc, and all the wonderful practitioners we have that are connected with Youngevity has just been amazing. So on that, the good news is that you don't need to suffer anymore. So let's focus on the gut. So Gracie, I'm ready for the slide pack that you have with the 10 tips.
I am going to get the PowerPoint going for us. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Full presentation, and 4. And it's coming. There we go. All right. You just got to get right there. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Can you see?
I can, yeah, we can see that. So
right.
I think number 1 was about eating a range of, here we go. Yay. So let's look at some of the tips to support gut health. We've got 10 tips this evening. So eating a diverse range of plant-based foods, making sure we include plenty of fruit, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and basically natural whole foods, not in a packet, not processed, not GMO, preferably not sprayed with chemicals, always helps the gut. These foods provide fiber, antioxidants, and other beneficial compounds that nourish the gut microbiota. So things like nuts, for example, they used to, every time I used to have nuts, they used to give me pains in the stomach. So then I discovered that you can buy organic raw nuts, natural nuts like almonds, walnuts are great. Walnuts are great for the brain, Brazil nuts. And when you activate them them means that you soak them overnight in some salted water, like Celtic sea salt or Himalayan salt. And then what I do is I dehydrate them. Now, you can actually buy activated nuts. You'll find that when you eat those, your body can break them down much easily. And just focusing on clean, organic, whole foods, things like super greens is very beneficial. Youngevity has a great super green organic product. Just throwing that with your daily drinks helps you to get some of that fiber and the goodness into your body on a daily basis. Having green smoothies, natural foods, soups, casseroles, eggs and, with spinach. So I can give you many food examples of what to eat. So, reach out to me if you do need some ideas on what to eat. The next is consuming fermented foods. So fermented foods are things like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso containing natural probiotics. These are very, very beneficial for gut bacteria, and they can support a healthy gut. So it's good if you can include some of these foods in your daily diet. Now, fermented foods aren't also for everyone. You need to start very slow, because they can also give a bit of gas if your system's not used to it. Start slow. So perhaps afternoon tea, you could have some gluten-free crackers with a bit of sauerkraut, or I prefer a kimchi because I love the flavor of that, or some cucumber sticks, some celery sticks with a bit of kimchi and some coconut yogurt. That's what I prefer to have. But once again, if you're not used to having fermented foods, just start slowly and build that up. And then we have limiting processed foods. So processed foods are very high in unhealthy fats and added sugars, and also artificial additives, which can create a negative impact on your gut health. So look for a whole unprocessed foods wherever you possibly can. Keeping away from refined sugars, gluten, dairy often also helps any gut issues. So I look at ingredients now because, they hide, toxins and synthetics also in your foods. There's a couple of great apps, and I think one's called the Chemical Maze. I can't remember the other one off the top of my head, but that will go through, like when you look at, at the back of a packet, you might see some things like the numbers 6 and number 2, which contain pegs, and things like that are very dangerous to the system, very toxic. So try and limit packaged foods and anything with numbers on the back of them. So the more whole foods, the more natural, fruits, veggies, nuts, seeds, all the things that we have on the good food list generally is great for our system. Staying hydrated. This is another important one. Drinking an adequate amount of water is very important for maintaining a good digestion and preventing constipation. If you aim to drink about 8 cups a day or more, if you're physically active, that's usually a good, range to stick with. And the fact that we have these great products like, flavored natural minerals, I pop 2 shots of this in a litre of water a day. And that's my little Frank Green bottle here. It's a ceramic lined inside because I don't like drinking from plastic or stainless steel. I prefer glass or ceramic lined. So I have a litre of water a day with 2 shots of my minerals. And then I also have a litre of my BTT. So I throw in 2 scoops a day, and I also throw in some collagen peptides. And sometimes I even have a stick either with that or on its own if I'm out and about. I have these in my handbag. This has got your vitamin C antioxidant, and this is immune support. These are fantastic to carry around with you. What else about hydration? Yeah, that's about it. Thank you. And the next one, managing stress. They say you can't out-supplement a bad diet. Well, it's very similar with stress. You can't really, stress puts pressure on the system. Chronic stress disrupts the gut balance and the gut bacteria, and it actually affects our digestion. So it's great if you can look at practicing stress management techniques such as deep breathing meditation, yoga, or engaging in things that you love doing. Gardening, I like knitting when I can. It's calming. I love working in the garden, just growing some herbs and tomatoes and little things like that. That brings me joy, and that helps manage my stress. I also love having baths. I love my bath. So I generally throw in some body oils or some lavender oils, essential oils, or chamomile. I also have an infrared sauna, which helps me de-stress as well. And I love using the essential oils. I actually put lavender oil in a glass bottle with some clean water, and I spray my pillow each night before going to bed. That helps me relax. And pretty much as soon as my head hits the pillow, I'm out within 5 minutes, which is fantastic. I also love singing, not to others, but to myself. Love singing to my favorite music. And I find things like that, that's how I manage stress. And of course, I practice Reiki on myself as well as others. That helps me manage stress, and sound healing. I find these are the things, and music, of course, helps me de-stress. So they're just some ideas for you. And yes, getting enough sleep. Poor sleep quality and insufficient sleep has been linked to imbalances in the gut bacteria. So prioritising getting your 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to support your overall health, including your gut health. And as I mentioned, I love using lavender on my pillow and in my bath. And I love having herbal teas. Tonight I'm drinking an organic lemongrass and ginger. There's so many wonderful herbal teas that you can have. Tracy's got hers. So many options out there that are really good for you. The other thing is, Youngevity have this fabulous revitalizer, air purifier, that helps keep your room clean. It pulls in the dust, pulls in, some of the mold spores, and it just makes a room a better condition to sleep in. Recently, a couple of months ago, I went to this an Australian top health resort, and studies show that we need at least 8 hours and 15 minutes of quality sleep every night. So if we can aim for that, that's actually, with all the studies they did, that's actually the amount that they came up with, 8 hours and 15 minutes. I met a lot of people from The Biggest Loser and a lot of TV shows, and they had, top-notch coaches there, and it was a wonderful place to go to. And the tips that I learned was pretty much all the stuff that we know and that we learned through our Youngevity. So it was great that they were in line with a lot of the things that we learn about in regards to sleep and stress and hydration, and gut health as well. Exercising regularly. So physical activity can help promote a healthy digestion and, of course, regulate our bowel movements. So just aiming for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise most days of the week will help you. Now, look, I do have a busy lifestyle, and like most of us do, sometimes I don't get to go to Pilates and do my yoga class, or go to I'll go out for a quick walk. So instead, I'll jump on my rebounder for 10 minutes. If I haven't got time, I'll just do 3 minutes. But just jumping on that rebounder, that's helping our lymphatics, and that's helping our blood circulation. So I make sure I do at least 3 minutes a day. If I don't get to my exercise class, I will jump on my rebounder. Or skipping on the skipping rope. I love skipping. So even if it's 2 minutes, that's going to help the heart rate and your circulation and your lymphatics as well. And I love also, as I mentioned, I love going into my infrared sauna when I have a chance, and stretching, yoga, Pilates is my preferred exercise routine. Minimizing antibiotic use. This is a big one. While antibiotics are sometimes necessary, they can disrupt our gut microbiome, I should say, by killing both harmful and the beneficial good bacteria. So if you do need to take antibiotics, talk to your doctor about strategies to minimize their impact on your gut health and minimize the time that you're on them as well. Now that I know better, and I've learnt, I did the Holistic Health Coach course, and I'm studying nutrition, and with all the wonderful support that we have in the business, my natural antibiotic go-to is these two products. These are the best. I got rid of candida by getting onto the probiotics. So I was doing about 6 to 8 a day for 40 days. And the colloidal silver. So if you feel like you're coming down with a cold or flu, or when I'm around a lot of people, or at a work function when, there's a lot of people with a lot of bacteria, or they're sick or coughing, whatever, or if I'm in an aeroplane, I make sure I pop these in my carry-on luggage. And the probiotics is an immune support. It's great for the gut because it helped my candida, and it has a lot of the good quality mushrooms in there. So that is my recommendation for natural antibiotics. Happy to talk to you later if you'd like some more information on that. And limiting alcohol consumption. Excessive alcohol intake can irritate our digestive system, and it can disrupt the balance of our gut bacteria. So if you do drink alcohol, do so in moderation. If, like tomorrow night, I've got my work Christmas function, I won't drink a lot because every time I do, I feel it's just not worth it. It plays on my gut, plays on my body. I feel so lethargic and tired. But what I'm going to do before I go and after I go, I'm going to make sure I have heaps of my mineral drink, lots of minerals, during, before, and after. I'm actually one of those people who takes my bottle with me wherever I go. So just balancing that effect out. If you need to socialize and you enjoy a nice wine, make sure it's an organic wine. I think that makes a difference too. Less preservatives. And number 10, adding probiotics and digestive enzymes to our supplement regime. So probiotics can be very beneficial for most people, actually, especially those with specific gut issues, or after having a course of antibiotics, we should always complement that afterwards with a dose of good pro, postbiotics for as long as you possibly can. For me, it's so important that I am on them for life now because they just make such a difference. I do, balance them around. My preferred probiotic is this one here, the Rolls Royce of probiotics that we have in Youngevity with the 14 strains. It contains probiotic and enzyme support, and we call that the nightly essence. So we'll talk about that later because that's on the gut protocol. But I generally have 2 most nights of the week. Sometimes I love having these in my bag. We've got the root beer belly sprinkles, so you just pop those on your tongue. We have about 5-6 different probiotics in the range. We even have pro, postbiotics, which are fantastic as well. So Youngevity have a great range of probiotic support. The other thing with probiotics and beneficial for the gut. Back to that no fillers and no synthetics, that is so important because when you have synthetic and supplements containing fillers, which is pretty much everything else in Australia and around the world except for Youngevity, it's very hard to find a good plant-based, organic, high quality, high functional supplement nutritionals that we have. Most things out there are full of synthetics and fillers, and this is why I didn't have much luck with all the naturopaths that I saw, because unfortunately it's old technology. Most naturopaths in Australia put you on a lot of the ranges that do contain synthetics, and a lot of times they're not really great for the system over long term. They can also have some side effects as well, and not to mention they've got to get through that liver and kidney, and they've got to be broken down. And I'm talking sometimes crushed rock. The reason why I love these probiotics and our nutritional supplements is because it's plant-based. The plant has absorbed them. It's colloidal minerals. It just flows and just absorbs so great into our body. Everything just makes sense to me now. I was just on the wrong things. So imagine if you switched out to all these more natural swap outs that we have in Youngevity, you will notice such a massive difference. Yeah, some of the recommended products for gut health. This is becoming my favorite one now. I have a lot of favorites, but this particular one, the I-26, I've just got some little notes on I-26 in particular. Just bear with me. So I-26 is a powder, and it also comes in capsules. It is part of the protocol. So if you decide to do the gut protocol, and we'll go through that shortly, 1 scoop is comparable to 9 capsules of the equivalent in caps. So why take I-26? It does reduce effects of poor GI health. It increases gut wall integrity by reducing inflammatory stress. It improves your bowel function by promoting growth of beneficial flora. It promotes the growth of healthy bacteria. It provides targeted immune protection against 26 human bacteria. So it basically pulls the bad bacteria out of your gut. This reduces bacterial competition to free up nutrients and space in the microbiome. It helps normalize inflammatory responses and helps regulate the release of inflammatory cytokines. Is that how you say that? And why this works so well, it's a strain-specific IgY protein that supports the immune's natural defenses by targeting the 26 specific strains of human relevant bacteria in the digestive tract. I think I'll keep it there. I've got lots more, but yeah, that is one of the #1 products. Now, there's this one here that's a powder also, the one microbiome. This is a pre, pro, and post formula. You can add it in your yogurt, you can add it in your drinks, and this contains some of the I-26. So I'm going to give you a quick example. I don't think my parents will mind me using them as an example. When my dad had recently had come across bad breath, and they went to the dentist thinking that he had an infection in his mouth, but in fact he had a gut thing going on. So I gave them some of this microbiome, and after 3 days he started off with half a scoop, and then he built it up to a scoop over a few days. By the end of the week, that whatever he had going on in his gut actually went away. So in this particular product, it's also immune building. So you've got turkey tail, lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps. And I know some of you would have heard about these great mushroom extracts, or sorry, I shouldn't say extracts. It's actually the powder. And there's quite a high, when you look at the NGs, it's quite a high amount. And it's got a great digestive enzyme complex in there as well. So that's that product there. Sometimes if I've had a crappy dinner, if I've been out at a restaurant and having to eat something bad, I'll make sure that either that night I'll have a little bit, but the next morning definitely I'll have a scoop of each just to kind of negate the effects. So that's how I kind of rebalance out my gut. And of course, this is my favorite minerals. We have many plant-derived minerals, plain, we have cherry, we have one for kids with strawberry kiwi, but this is my absolute favorite because not only does it have 77 minerals, you've got the 15 additional herbs for blood and bowel cleansing. So it does provide a mild detoxing effect. Sometimes, you know, I know when I have my monthly Zoom calls with Dr. Kevin Grundy, he's one of our naturopaths down under, a medical herbalist, he mentions that perhaps you should have a break from this for a while because it is so detoxing. But I love it so much, and I don't mind detoxing on a mild level every day because we're always exposed to so many environmental, you know, toxins. So I just feel that it just helps me so much. Another option is the Daily Digest. Now, this is great for microbiome and intestinal health, and it's a bit of a liver cleanse and a microbiome support. So you get about 30 sachets, and in each sachet, I think it's 3 or 4. 2, 3, 4 capsules in each pack. So that's for those who prefer to have capsules rather than powders or some of the liquids. But yeah, that's another good one to have. And I find that I might use that once or twice a year. Sometimes it's good to alternate and change things up a bit. And of course, the Healthy Body Start Pack, which consists of our Healthy Body Start Packs, our fantastic morning drink, our full of multivitamins, minerals, amino acids, plant, trace minerals, whole foods, 17 cups of broccoli, 15 oranges. You know, this stuff is absolutely amazing. And I often say, if we have a food shortage, this is what I could almost live on with some veggies from the, fruit and veggies from the garden. This is your night calcium, magnesium, vitamin D, boron. This helps you sleep, relax the muscles, helps the joints, all that kind. thing. And then, of course, the Gracie spoke about the essential EFAs plus, which are the way Doc processes these in an environment that's oxygen free. And these have not gone rancid because he puts like a flash solution of nitrate in them. So it's like snap frozen. A lot of oils in the supermarkets and even your health food shops, they've been sitting there for months, if not years. And when they're exposed to light and air, oils go off and your body finds it very difficult to break them down.
And carcinogenic.
And carcinogenic, exactly.
What are the other two products that are in that digestive pack, though, that make it that
Oh,
digestive
sorry,
pack?
yes, I did miss some. Yes, I have one called Flora FX, which is it's the morning probiotics. And it also comes with this one. This is amazing. Your ultimate daily enzyme. So this is known, for those who don't have a gallbladder, this is known as a gallbladder in the bottle. But for those who are having gut issues, what you do, you just take 1 to 2 before your meals, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour. But I find that 10, 15 minutes is just enough. This will help break down the foods. And like if I'm going out to a restaurant and I'm having a steak or something that I don't normally eat, like some carbs, even if it's gluten-free carbs, I'll have about 2 to 3 of them before I have my dinner. And I just find that my body can break it down much better. So yeah, these are fantastic. I've had 3 customers who were on Nexium, and another customer was on some medicated product to help break down. But my auntie had Barrett's disease, which is cancer in her esophagus. This was like one of the secret ingredients for her. But I've had a lot of people swap out their Nexium for this product here. So it is a wonderful product.
Excellent. Now, before we move on to this gut protocol for people with real issues that really want to set their gut, like looking at these products right here, that could be quite overwhelming to somebody that's first time on here. So what would you say to them right now if they're just kind of getting started, the kind of deal? Where do you take them all? Do you just take one? Like where? Just
No.
somebody. What's your first step process?
My first step is I work with their budget. So I'll send them a health evaluation link. So it gives me an idea of their, where their deficiencies are. So when they fill in this 10-minute survey for me, they get given a health score, and it also separates their soft tissue, hard tissue, blood sugars, and digestive health. And when I look at that, I'll look at the most important, and then I'll talk to them about their priorities. Generally priority is the gut. So where I start is if they can't afford anything, get on the minerals, just start with the minerals. Then the next step from there would be the Healthy Body Start Pack, which is the 3 products. For me, that's my go-to. And then the additional would be an I-26 or the microbiome or the nightly essence. I'd encourage them to at least choose one of those to start with.
Yes, excellent. That's good advice. I know myself, I just now, because I've maintained my gut, I got a great gut bacteria and flora. I just do the True to Life Daily Digest. It's simple, it's easy, but I can understand getting started. You would definitely need something a little bit more powerful. Okay, so for those that are really struggling and really need to take some real efforts onto it, so let me just move over to here. Do you want to tell us a little bit about Joan Conaway's gut support program and who would be the one to want to really get involved in this?
Yes. Well, this program is for anyone who generally do not get enough probiotics in the foods, or actually we don't get enough probiotics in the foods we eat, because we know that our soils are depleted and there's hardly no nutrients in the food. So supplementing is a beneficial way to reestablish a healthy gut bacteria. Most people have this problem to a certain degree, and many don't even realize they have a gut issue. So it is good practice to complete this program every 4 to 6 months, which is what I do. And every time I do it, I just feel my gut just gets better and better. And all the allergies and issues that I used to have, food intolerances, I find that I can have a little bit of things now without having the bad side effects that I used to have. So by doing this program every 4 to 6 months, this will help maintain a healthy balance of good and bad gut bacteria. So why would you do this? This helps improve your immune function. This is important to maintain vibrant intestinal flora, and 70%, as we mentioned before, of our overall immune function is dependent on a healthy gut. So this will improve your digestion, less bloating, remove those 26 gut bacteria. You're going to feel better, you're going to have more energy, obviously less bloating, flatter tummy, clearer mentally. Remember, the gut and the brain and the immune is all connected. So the actual program, yeah.
Yeah, and who's Joan Conaway, if you want to just
say. Yes. Dr. Joanne Conaway is one of our gut specialists in the US. I think she has a couple of clinics over there. She helps many people. So she has been working with Dr. Wallach for many, many years. And this is a program that she's put together. And we call it the Dr. Joanne Conaway 20-day gut program. So if you would like to do this gut program, here are some of the things that you need. So 1 canister of your I-26, 1 bottle of your DigestFX, a bottle of your ultimate enzymes, 1 bottle of your nightly essence. As the first 10 days you'll go through 4 a night, and then the second 10 days you'll have 2 a night. 1 bottle of your choice of liquid plant-derived minerals. I choose to do 2 bottles, but that's just me, because I just find that the minerals, I just feel better when I have more. Actually, you put 1 of each in there, so that's great. So the more you have, do what you can afford. If you can only afford a bottle a month, bottle over the 20 days, that's fantastic. If you can do 2 bottles, that's even better. And 2 canisters of collagen peptides. 2 scoops will if you have 2 scoops daily, that will last for 2 weeks. So that's why we've popped on 2 there. This is one of the best collagen peptides. Just a quick wrap on this. I've shown this to naturopaths. They look at the ingredients and they say, where do you get this? This has got the 5 types of collagen. It is an amazing product. When you look at the ingredients and compare it to everything else out there, because I used to take a lot of collagen from the health food shop, the difference in ingredients, quality, and results is just second to none. This is one of the best collagen peptides out there. We sell so many, and it's so affordable as well.
And then the Healthy Body Pack.
Oh, yes, and the Healthy Body Pack. So,
okay.
Okay. Right. So now here's the 8 steps to doing this gut protocol. This is pretty much the action you need to take. It's 1 scoop of the I-26 powder, so 1 scoop of that, to 2 scoops of your collagen peptides in a cool liquid. I personally love mixing mine in a litre of water with my BTT. And the nightly essence, 4 at night, generally, just before bed or within the last half an hour, even an hour before bed, as long as your tummy is quite empty. And the routine follows: a scoop of I-26. Oh, this is for the next 10 nights, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's for the first point 1 and 2 is for the first 10 days and 10 nights, and point 3 and 4 is for the following 10 nights. Nightly essence, as I mentioned, should be taken on an empty stomach, and the I-26 is beneficial, probably better in the morning. So you can add that to a shake, to your smoothie, and the minerals as above. You can mix and match. You can pop those in water, in your orange drink, in your smoothie, whatever suits you. The nightly essence should be the last thing at night. And it does say at least 2 hours after food. I've done this program. I do it about 3 times a year, 2 to 3 times a year. Sometimes I've taken them half an hour before bed or 15 minutes before bed. It all works. I guess the longer you wait, the less time you're getting up to go to the bathroom, but I don't do that anymore. So just depends on your system. Each day for the 20 days, you must take your ultimate daily enzymes, because this is going to help you break down that food and soothe the gut and just help things work much better. Likewise with the DigestFX. So in addition to your 1 ounce or 30 mils or 1 capful of minerals that you take in the morning, you should also take another ounce in the afternoon. As I mentioned before, I just throw 2 to 3 in here for the day, and I generally love to sip on that throughout the day. So once you've completed the gut program, it is a good idea to continue taking your enzymes with each meal, and ideally consider taking some form of microbiome product, 1 serving each day as a maintenance. And I personally love to continue taking the nightly essence. Some days I might give it a miss, and just depending on what's happening in my life at that moment. So prioritizing a healthy gut through a balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, and probiotic supplementation can contribute to an enhanced physical vitality, mental clarity, and of course, quality of life. Yay. Now, I have a special guest. I hope we've got time. I just want to introduce my lovely cousin, Anna. Anna and I have been on this health journey probably before I got onto Youngevity and introduced it to Anna. We were seeing the same naturopaths, right, Anna? And we have spent so much money with these guys, and some of the advice that they gave us is just, oh my God. But you know what? We followed all of them, and we did exactly what they told us. We gave them about 6 months each, because I think that's a good time to work out if things are working for you. But I tell you what, we've spent so much money with tests and all the rest. But I want to introduce you to my lovely cousin Anna, who is happy to share a testimony on this gut protocol. Just before I do, Anna has also reversed rheumatoid arthritis.
Rheumatoid, sorry, Grace.
Sorry?
It wasn't rheumatoid arthritis, sorry.
Oh, it wasn't? What was it?
No, it was a rare form of arthritis.
Oh, rare form. Okay. So Anna was diagnosed, or the doctor told her December last year that she had this, this thing of arthritis, and she's managed to recently reverse that. And also when we first spoke with Anna, she had this carpal tunnel thing going on, and her doctor wanted to operate on her. And she's also had polycystic ovaries. So all of that she has reversed. Thank you very much. But now she's going to tell us about how this gut protocol has helped her. Thanks, Anna. I really appreciate you joining us tonight and sharing. Thank you.
Yeah, just like Grace, I've just been to so many naturopaths, had so many gut issues. And I just thought it was normal to be bloated and to always feel, I just was vomiting, just always really sick. And, nothing was helping. And you start, it's not good. I've been to specialists, I went to everything. And I had my gallbladder removed, and that was worse. I had pretty much diarrhea for 4 years, and nothing would help. My digestion was shot, and then I had 3 huge hernias, which caused digestive issues. So it wasn't until Grace got me onto this, because I was pretty much desperate to try anything, and it's changed my life. I don't have, as I said, it's reversed so many things for me. My digestion is normal. Like, I don't have bloating and wind and all that kind of stuff. It is not easy, but you've got to get your mindset right. If you've got that mentality, I don't want to give up gluten, I don't want to give up dairy, it's just not going to get you anywhere. Like, you've got to say, I'm choosing not to eat gluten, I'm choosing not to. And once you get your mindset right, you'll find so much more results. Like, when I first started Youngevity, I didn't do gluten-free, but these products are amazing, they are fantastic, but you've got to do everything else to help. So like Grace said, your water, your sleep, your stress management, your exercise, taking the right dosages. And yes, it is expensive, but I got told I'd end up in a wheelchair if I didn't take these medications, and I'm not. And, even with my gut, obviously my gut, like, that just affected everything. And I don't have any of those issues anymore. I do take digestive enzymes with every meal. That is a no-brainer. I take 3 because without my gallbladder, it really affected me. but you've just got to do it for yourself. If
Yeah.
you're feeling not good, you know, give yourself some self-love and do it for yourself. You will, if you're not functioning, everyone around you doesn't function, especially I've got 2 young kids. You really need to look after yourself, because we've only got one body. And yes, the doctors are awesome, but they don't fix everything. So yeah, the gut protocol is amazing. I probably do it every 6 months. And when I'm feeling a little bit, I'll take the microbiome. But excuse me, just as I said, mindset's really important, because we can all go, poor me, but get out of it and you can make yourself better.
Yeah, awesome. You have a wonderful story. Thank you so much. See all the things that she's doing. She's such a different person. She's lost weight. She's looking amazing. Her skin's better. Just her overall vibrancy, personality, brain function, just everything about you from, 2 years ago,
Probably
1 year ago.
2 years. And it does take time. Like, don't think we've been sick for years. You can't just fix things quick. You've really got to give it time and do it properly.
Yeah.
That's my best advice,
Anna, Gracie, you guys are an absolute inspiration. I am so much grateful to have you guys talk and share tonight. You guys have totally inspired people that are listening here in the call. I just really want to come down to, you just said it. We keep it super simple. You got to work out those 5 things. What do I need to eliminate? What do I need to start eating more of? What do I need to do to get more exercise? How do I become a sleep expert? And what kind of support do I need? What kind of supported products? What kind of support do I need by having somebody to be accountable to? And what somebody says they can't afford to do this, they really can't afford not to. And that's why we've put our program together. We have a Healthy Body Challenge program. That means if you have 3 people who get on our Healthy Body Pack, you actually get your Healthy Body Pack for free. And as you can see, all of those issues that Gracie had said, over 95% of people have those issues. So it's you willing to go out and listen to people to see how can you help them. So if you're interested in earning your Healthy Body Pack for free, please talk to the person who invited you here. And if you're one of our Youngevity distributors, you should be absolutely getting your Healthy Body Pack for free every month in there. And so I just really want to wrap this. I'll stop the recording. We'll do some questions because I know we're running out of time, but I really just wanted to finish off by saying all of you that have listened this tonight, you'll get an email tomorrow with the recording of today and last week's recording, but you're also going to get a copy of that gut protocol. So we'll add that gut protocol so you didn't have to take notes. You can go, and if you're saying this is the time for me to get my gut protocol going, maybe it'll be your New Year's resolution to get yourself started, to just reset that gut of yours. Other than that, I just want to say thank you so much for joining in, leaning in. Next week, our call happens to be on our detox program. For those of you that want to do the liver detox, we have the fabulous Maria Lapis as well, Maria Lapis, as well as Caroline Thomas next week. Thank you so very, very much. I'm just going to stop this recording.